Hi everyone! We're going to learn all about acute and obtuse angles and angles on a straight line. Grab a piece of paper and a pencil if you'd like to join in. So what do we know about angles? Well, angles are measured in degrees, and an angle that is 90 degrees is called a right angle. We need to know this to categorise other types of angles. Here we have a right angle where these perpendicular lines meet. Acute and obtuse angles. Acute angles are angles that are smaller than 90 degrees. A good way to remember this is to think of a small baby animal as being cute. That way you'll remember that angles that are acute are smaller than 90 degrees. An angle that is greater than 90 degrees is an obtuse angle. Here are some different sized angles. Can you work out what type of angle each one is? Is it acute, obtuse, or a right angle? Pause the video and have a go. How did you get on? So we know that this first angle of 142 degrees is obtuse. We know that is obtuse because 142 degrees is greater than 90 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than a right angle. 31 degrees. We know that this angle here is acute. We know that it's acute because it is smaller than 90 degrees. 31 is smaller than 90. Next we have a right angle. We know that right angles are always 90 degrees. 54 degrees. We know that this is an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. And finally, 122 degrees. We know that this is an obtuse angle because 122 is greater than 90. Obtuse angles are greater than right angles. Well done if you got all those answers correct. Angles on a straight line. Angles on a straight line always add up to 180 degrees. We can see that this is the same as two right angles. This information can help us find the missing value of angles. Let's take a look. Can you work out the missing angles on these straight lines? Remember that angles on a straight line always add up to 180 degrees. Pause the video and have a go at working out angle X, Y, and Z. Okay, let's try and find the missing angles together. So we know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So for angle X, we could do 180 minus 99, which equals 81. So we know that angle X equals 81 degrees. Angle Y. Again, we know all angles on a straight line add up to 180, so let's use the two angles to help us work out what angle Y is. 19 plus 18 equals 37. 180 minus 37, because all angles add up to 180, equals 143. So our missing angle Y is 143 degrees. Remember, always include the unit of measurement, which in this case is degrees. And lastly, let's work out angle Z. We know that all angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, so we're going to use the angles we already have to help us work out what Z is. We're going to add 9 and 50 and 31 together, which equals 90. We know that 90 degrees is a right angle and we can see this. So we're going to use our right angle symbol. Now we also know that two right angles added together equal 180 degrees. 180 minus 90 equals 90. So our missing angle Z is 90 degrees. Again, it's really important to include the unit of measurement, which is degrees. Now, can you work out whether angles X, Y, and Z are acute, obtuse, or right angles? Pause the video and take a moment to think. Let's start with angle X. Angle X is an acute angle. Acute angles are smaller than 90 degrees and 81 is less than 90 degrees. Angle Y is an obtuse angle. We know this because obtuse angles are greater than 90 degrees. 143 is greater than 90. And finally, our angle Z is 90 degrees and therefore it is a right angle. Well done if you got all those answers correct. Now it's your turn to try these example questions. There are 3 questions for you to try. Is this angle acute, obtuse or a right angle? How many degrees are in a right angle? And can you work out the missing angle on the straight line? Pause the video, take your time and have a go before I reveal the answers. Okay, let's go through the answers. Is this angle acute, obtuse or a right angle? This angle here, 40 degrees, is an acute angle. We know this because acute angles are smaller than 90 degrees and 40 degrees is less than 90 degrees. How many degrees in a right angle? This is a very simple one. We know that right angles are always 90 degrees. And finally, can you work out the missing angle on the straight line? We know that all angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So we're going to use 110 to find our missing angle x. 180 minus 110 equals 70. Angle x is 70 degrees. Well done if you got all those answers correct. That brings us to the end of this lesson all about acute and obtuse angles and angles on a straight line. Now put your knowledge to the test and try the quiz.